If you're not yet a subscriber, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and also the little bell icon so you can be alerted each and every time we make a new video. Hi everybody, Ira Miller here, the Villages Expert, and today we have a special treat. We have Belinda and Phil here with us today, and these folks actually saw their home for the first time in person. When?
A few days ago.
Last Wednesday. So today's Monday, the 21st or the 20th?
Right. So it would have been
21st.
Actually, it would have been June. It would have been Thursday, June 17th.
That's correct.
Okay,
yes.
so
June 17th.
that was the first time they actually set foot in their home, and that they purchased from me through a video. So many of you have probably seen the video that I did on Patrick Place. And so these are the new happy owners of their home. And so we just wanted to talk a little bit through the process, because I know I've done a lot of these before and haven't had many testimonials about how it really worked for them. And so what we want to do is kind of, first of all, tell me how you came about calling me.
Thank you, Ira, for giving us a few minutes to share our experience.
Sure.
Phil and I, a couple of months ago, made the decision that we wanted to move to Florida. We've never been to Florida, so we did our research, and in doing our research, we came across your YouTube videos, and we were really impressed with your style, and it was just a wonderful, professional, down-to-earth style that we really enjoyed. So we contacted you about our decision to move to Florida, specifically the Villages.
So you've never been to Florida?
We have never been to Florida. We've never been to the Villages, obviously, and we had decided that we were going to do an exploration trip. I think this is really important to share with the viewers, is Phil and I, we were going to make a trip here the end of June to look into it and see if it's something that we would be interested in. However, as we did our research and watched your videos and then began to work with you, we knew that we didn't need to come here. First of all,
you know how many viewers are going,
oh, I know, because conventional wisdom would,
they're like, what? You've never been to Florida, never been to the Villages, and you're buying a home.
That's right.
Sight unseen.
Right. And I have to say, Ira, really a significant contributor to making that decision was you.
Well, thank you.
Because Phil and I are very conservative in our approach in making decisions about such an important, an important decision in terms of where we're going to live. So it really was the confidence that you instilled in us that we move forward, and you were right there by our side every step of the way. And I cannot tell you how grateful and appreciative we are and how thrilled we are with our purchase and the decision to move here.
So let us just give you a short clip of the original video that I did on their home, and we'll go ahead and cut to that real quick, and we'll come right back. All right, so let's go ahead and go on inside. First of all, we have a screen that kind of goes over the door. So in cooler temperatures, if you want to leave the front door open and leave your sliding glass doors in the back open, you can do that. So as soon as we walk in, there is some engineered wood. Very pretty dark cherry wood. And the first thing we do is we run into, turn this light on, there we go. All right, so we have our breakfast nook and kitchen. This is really going to be where a video works for us. So nice, tall, knockdown ceilings, pretty lamp up there. They've definitely replaced these cabinets, 42-inch high cabinets that kind of tier a little bit. Some upgraded appliances, granite countertops. let's go ahead and go on into the kitchen. All right, so that was just a little bit of the video that I shot for Belinda and Phil, that they actually made the decision to go ahead and move forward with their purchase, right?
Yes.
Correct.
So they lived all the way across the country in Oregon.
Yes.
And so it wasn't real easy for them to jump in a plane and come clear across the country to look at the home and then go back and then have to come back for a walkthrough and then have to come back for the closing. So, so we did all this remotely.
We did this remotely. And again, had it not, you gave us the confidence, and your team worked very closely with us every step of the way. I recall that you worked with us one late evening, which so impressed me that you took the time to walk Phil and I through the home buying process, the paperwork, and I was so impressed with your and how you just guided us through and took us under your wing. We felt a part of your professional family, your team.
Well, literally my family, because who did you talk to first?
Jamie, Ira's daughter, absolutely very charming, very
Yes.
delightful. Such a responsive team. You know, I think I bugged them, probably, I hope I wasn't a pest, calling
No.
several times a day, trying to make sure all the details were being addressed, every I was dotted, every T was crossed, making sure that nothing was slipping through the cracks. And your team and you were ever so, on the spot, very responsive, making my husband and I feel good about our decision and about the purchase. You really were our eyes and ears on the ground. You were our proxy. I've never bought a home sight unseen, but because of the confidence you gave us, you were, on the ground. You walked us through. You identified things that we should be aware of, and again, we felt we were making an excellent decision, and that was really due to you and your team. So thank you.
Well, it was my pleasure. And, to really set the whole thing up is that this home that they identified, my daughter, first of all, was like, Dad, you got to call these people. Dad, they want to buy a home. Dad, they called again. We really need to get out there. And in this day and time, with how fast homes are just flying off the market, it was so difficult to try to get somebody the right home. And so I talked to them. I did a little inquiry about what it is that they're really looking for in a home, and really felt like this home on Patrick Place was the right home for you. And so we did everything we could to make sure that we secured this home in as an expedited manner as possible, because we are very much at risk of losing this home to other purchasers. But
Yes.
we were the ones, that kind of listened to my advice on what we should do to make an offer, and the offer that we should make, and in the negotiations, where we should be in our offer. So that helped a lot. I appreciate you kind of going with my experience, because that's basically what I was giving you, my years of experience here in the Villages,
Right.
in what, we should offer as far as purchasing the home. So we prevailed. There were other offers, I believe, on the table, and so we were able to prevail in our offer. And then we went ahead and the seller actually limited us to a $500 repair limit. And so based on what I saw just walking through the home, I didn't really feel like there was maybe that much that could possibly be wrong with this home, because this home looks so nice. And we went ahead and did a home inspection. And once we had the home inspection, we found out that part of the roof had a leak. over the entryway. And then I got one of my roofers out there to go up and check it out. And we went inside the attic and saw that there was a spot right up at the front where the valley was coming down, and there was actually a leak behind one of the flashing that was up there. And so that actually took the whole $500 to fix that roof. It didn't need a whole new roof. It needed that small area where the wood was getting wet and where it was rotting. And so that took the whole $500. So we just took a chance and had our home inspector go out there. He found that leak in the roof, and then he found a few other things, and like the arc fault switches a couple of arc fault switches were faulty, and a few other really small things, tears in the screen.
More cosmetic in nature.
Yeah.
Or easy repairs.
But what I didn't want to do was kind of just put a patch on things. So like for the screens, for instance.
Right.
So I told Belinda and Phil, don't worry about the rest of the stuff. I'll take care of the rest of the stuff. So some of the sprinklers, like one of the sprinklers needed to be repaired. I went ahead and fixed that. Let's go ahead and give you a shot of the walkthrough right now. And this is what we discovered in our home inspection and some of the things we did to resolve it. We're going to go ahead and I guess, run some stations real quick. All right, so we're at zone 4. Zone 4 might be around the back, and then this might be zone 5 over here. Let's see. So I do have one spray head that I need to get fixed. All that's going to take is just me going to Lowe's, watch the water, is to put a new head on that, which that's probably a couple dollar item. Not a real big deal. Okay, we're back out here at Patrick Place for Phil and Belinda. And I found the good roofing man right here making the necessary repairs. I'm going to go ahead and check on the trash compactor inside, and I'm going to fix the sprinkler. So this is what we need for the back. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. Getting ready to put my trusty boots on. So, because when the sprinklers are on, it just gets really wet. So it's better for that. So there you go. We'll take a look at the roof. You see them up there. Taking care of that section of the roof that needed to be taken care of. Okay? All right. So just give a little idea of what they had to do. They had to tear off some shingles and some rotted wood that the inspection found. And that was right up in that valley there. All right, so that's been taken care of, and they're gonna put the new shingles up in there. Should be good to go. The screen people are supposed to be out today. And so if I remember correctly, here we are. And this is the sprinkler that needs to be fixed. Let's go ahead and check it out and take care of business. All right, so we've got the new head on there. This was the old one. And we'll just go ahead and turn it on and see what happens and adjust it. Still needs adjusting, that's why I got the boots on. And that'll be that. All right, so that was our walkthrough, and so Phil and Belinda got a copy of that, and as I did the walkthrough, I kind of knew there wasn't a whole lot left that really needed to be done. I went ahead and fixed the sprinkler myself and did some other adjustments, as you see in the video. And then again, all they had to do really was put a little patch over the cut area in the screen, but I didn't want that. So I had them replace all the screens, so they had a nice new screen, and they didn't have to look at a patch there. And I got my own electrician who I've used for years and years and years. He went out there and did all the electrical repairs to the property. So how did you find that experience?
You know, did you want to say anything about that, Phil?
Well, I thought it was great that you had people on hand that you trusted and knew, and brought them out and took care of the problems. From what I've seen after viewing the home, I think everything is fine. It looks like everything was done correctly and quickly, on time.
Well, I would like to add, I find it, you know, Phil and I have had experience in purchasing more than one home throughout our, you know, marriage, and so I found it very very impressive, Ira, that you took the time, you know, based on your knowledge and know-how, that you took the time and at your expense helped us make these repairs. I don't think you're going to find a lot of realtors that will go above and beyond. No. And the fact that you did that and you took ownership of that to help us, you know, move through this process was just amazing to me. And I thank you for that.
Well, it is my pleasure, and I just like to know that it was done right and correct. And so if I have to do some of the repairs myself, being a licensed contractor, then, you know, I'm more than happy to go out there and try to make those little repairs and try to minimize, you know, some of the, I guess, aggravation of doing these repairs and getting these repairs done. And I'm more than happy to try to help with doing a lot of that stuff. So anyways, so that's kind of their experience. And is there anything else? Now, look, how do you feel about the Villages now that you're finally here?
Oh my gosh, we knew that Florida's beautiful. I mean, we've heard that. We knew that already. But it really exceeded our expectations. Everything is so beautifully laid out. The manicured gardens, the landscape, how the towns, the squares. You know, there were 3 squares: Sumter Landing and Brownwood Paddock,
Spanish Springs.
And Spanish Springs. But everything is so meticulously laid out, meticulously manicured, meticulously managed, and we appreciate that. It's beautiful. I was overwhelmed with emotion when we were driving through the very first evening after we arrived, and I thought, I had no idea how beautiful this would be. We made the right decision. I know that we did it sight unseen, but it was the right decision. I'm so glad we did. And again, we owe it to you because you really gave us that confidence and that good feeling to know that, you know, that we were embarking on a new adventure, a new journey. And so yeah, we're thrilled. The Villages is beautiful. And the surrounding communities.
Yes.
Because we've been out and about, absolutely wonderful. And the people are so gracious and they're friendly and just very warm. And that gives us a very nice feeling. Just a really great feeling.
Good. So the location for their home is only about maybe a mile from Lake Sumter Landing. I mean,
which is gorgeous.
Everybody, so many people I talked to, I wouldn't say everybody, but so many people I've talked to want to be around one of the squares. So, you know, my knowledge of what people are wanting, I just knew that house was going to work perfect for you. So
thank you for that. It was absolutely, could not have done a better job, even if we had been here in person.
So good. So I just had to tell their story because I'm sure a lot of you are probably out there thinking, No way. There's no way. They've never been to Florida, never been to the Villages, never saw this home, but went ahead and purchased this home in a place that they've never ever been to before. And so I thought that was a great testimonial that had to be told.
Really?
So a lot of you, I know I've done a lot of videos about homes that other people have purchased just right from a video. But I wanted to give everybody an opportunity. This is kind of a unique situation where not even ever been here before, much less never even seeing their home in person. I thought it would be a great story and testimonial to tell all of our viewers. So I want to thank you so much for coming in here and doing that for not just me, but for all the viewers. So a lot of them, you know, right now in this market, this is the most craziest market. I mean, even back in 2005 when, you know, the market just totally blew up. This market here, I looked today to see what our inventory was in the Villages that I have in the MLS, and we have 51 homes in the Villages on the market today that is normally 10 times, literally 10 times. 500, 550 homes is usually what we have in our marketplace, but 51 homes is just crazy as far as inventory goes in a community of 75,000 homes. And so when you think about it, that is just minuscule. So we have to do what we have to do to help people, you know, get the home of their dream and of their choice. And so
Right.
it all worked out great. So
It did. Thank you.
Perfectly.
my pleasure, and thank you for coming in here. I appreciate it. Thanks
Thank
so
you.
much. And
Ira,
welcome to the Villages.
thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you so much.
Thanks everybody for watching this. I hope you enjoyed this little testimonial that we had here. Feel free to go ahead and make your comments. We'd love to see your comments. I know we're going to have some wild comments on this video, and you'll probably go ahead and look in there and see what everybody has to say. But thanks so much. If I can be of service to you to help you, like I helped Phil and Belinda here, feel free to call me. My number is 352-204-9026 or 352-204-9025. You can call any of those numbers. You'll probably reach either Danielle or Christian, and they'll be happy to put me in touch with you or make an appointment or set you up for some homes, you know, because we can go ahead and do what's called an auto email search. And what you'll do is you'll call in or email. My email address, by the way, is homesaroundthevillages@gmail.com. We'll set you up on an auto email search, and then you'll be getting homes sent to you that meet your criteria, and then we'll just have to jump on them like we had to jump
That's
on
what we
this
did.
home for years.
That's how it works.
And then we'll all take it from here. So thanks again for watching, and we'll see you in our next video.